Welcome back to this new inspirational video. Today I wanted to talk about the concept Neville Goddard shared concerning ignoring the evidence of your senses. So you have a dream, you have a wish of improving something in your life. Then you're called upon to feel the wish fulfilled. However, your senses are constantly telling you that you don't have something, that you can't achieve something, that something is lacking in your world. Even though mentally, through imagination and emotionally, you can feel yourself right into the position and possession of what you want. You can do this all the time regardless of your physical life. Now the question remains, how can we do that effectively? I think one key to this puzzle is that we have to consider the power of meditation. Now, to many people in the West that might seem a little bizarre, like meditation is perhaps sitting down doing nothing with your time. People are so anxious to do stuff, to get stuff done, that to them it might seem like a waste of their time. But understand this, through meditation you actually learn to calm down your mind. Because letting the senses control your mind is a very chaotic state of being. You are unable to really perceive the truth of what you want and where you're going fully. Because you're constantly letting distractions, physically speaking, drag you away. This is why I would say that meditation is one of the key elements to this process of ignoring the evidence of the senses. Now that is what I found out from experience as well, is if I sit down and I close my eyes, I calm down my mind, I stop all this static going on in there based on what my senses are dictating to me. I learn to relax within myself and then perceive my dream more clearly. I learn to sense and feel it within myself more clearly, more strongly. And then I can open my eyes again and let that feeling guide me. Let that vision guide me, regardless of what the physical world would be saying to me. But again, if I catch myself focusing too much on the physical world alone again, all this static starts to arise and there I am. I'm not ignoring the evidence of my senses all over again. So ignoring the evidence of the senses means, in a way, living in the present moment. The ability to keep your mind focused in this very present moment on the very things you desire to manifest, to achieve in your life. Because what happens is that we're letting the distractions from outside of ourselves through the senses control the way we think about things. And then, you start to get into a pattern, onto a sort of track where more and more contradicting ideas start to develop, more and more worries start to show themselves to your consciousness, fears, doubts, etc., that you're no longer in the present moment and no longer able to fully focus on feeling and assuming your wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard would say himself. So I think personally that is one of the main points that he might have and should have said even more often through his lectures, because many of his techniques are pretty advanced, where he simply works with the assumption that you're able to already do this fully. And of course you are able to do this, anyone can do this. But the problem though is that people aren't really programmed mentally and trained therefore to act in the manner as he suggested. So first we gotta get the foundation right, which is to keep our minds in a calm, balanced state. And the best way to do this is through meditation. Now meditation can come in many forms. People can be walking, it can be a meditative experience. People can be sitting down and it's meditation. People can be laying down and it's still meditation. The idea is to regularly, on a daily basis, withdraw your consciousness and especially the focus of your mind away from the physical world and turn it inwardly. That place where the vision originated, which is within yourself, the vision of what you want to achieve, the greater relationship that you want, the bigger money that you want to earn, the greater career, the better health. All of these things arise as desires within yourself, and then you need to focus upon them through meditation. You learn to simply enjoy the energetic essence of your dream by, again, allowing yourself to feel what it would be like if this were now a reality for you. And through meditation you're able to actually zoom in on what that would feel like without all the static noise that comes in through the senses. Now once you stop the meditation and when you go back to your life the way it is right now, you might be confronted again with things that are not in harmony with that inner vision that you built for yourself. However, through these moments of meditation you become so calm and relaxed and balanced within yourself that they no longer face you nearly as much as they used to do. So then you become more and more able to simply, in a calm and relaxed manner, work and grow towards the thing that you want. That's what it's all about. It's about growth and expansion and fuller expression of who you are. That's essentially what happens every time you achieve a dream. If you manifest something better in your world, it was expansion and fuller aggression of who you are. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to allow your mind to take you there, to take you wherever you want to go, and no longer let the senses interfere with it. Now, you don't ignore the senses in the sense that you don't use them ever again, because you're going to use them in order to move through this world and also to physically enjoy the realization of your dream when it happens. But you see the difference here. One way of living is letting the senses control your inner state of mind, and the other way of living is to simply use them in order to navigate through the world. But then what is controlling your mind? Well, it's you. It's your own consciousness in full power doing it. It's God within you that's doing the thinking and imagining and feeling for you based on the visions that you've set for yourself that you want to manifest. Now, I would suggest you really consider this and consider it well, because it can do wonders in your life if you understand the purpose meditation can have in this journey for you. Really, it's that main point that I wanted to share with you today, is that in order to ignore the evidence of your senses easily, you're going to have to start meditating if you haven't been doing that. And if you have been doing it, I speak the truth here, that it calms down your mind and makes it easier not to be disturbed by what the senses are doing to you, what they are showing to you, what would be in contradiction to your inner dream. Now, you have to also understand that obeying the evidence of the senses is in a way simply a habit. So it comes down to changing this habitual way of living around. You make it a habit to live while focusing on your vision of what is to manifest in your world. Now, how do you change a habit around? Through conscious choice. You have to work on this consciously every day in order to train yourself to no longer live according to the senses. There's no magic wand I can wave for you to instantly heal you from this affliction. We need to increase our ability to focus. This mental focus of ours can also be called willpower. The better we are at focusing our minds, the easier it becomes to ignore the evidence of the senses. And again, this doesn't mean that you have to stress out. Instead, you just want to meditate, calm down the mind, and when it's calm, it becomes highly powerful in focusing on some objective. Because the more you move away from your current physical limitations, the easier it becomes for you to focus upon what you want instead. It's gonna be either one of the two. You're gonna focus on what you don't want for the most part, or you're going to fully focus on what you do want. And the more you become trained and in the habit of focusing on what you do want, the more you're automatically in the process of ignoring the evidence of the senses. That's what it's all about. Because limitations, lack, and everything we don't want, we can easily observe that physically. But now we're going to become aware that these things that we observe can also take on a power within our consciousness that we don't want. We want to stop doing it. We want to let the dream control the way we think and feel inside our consciousness. And the more we get used to that, again through meditation, the easier it becomes and the more effective you become at it throughout your days, even though you have other activities that you need to be involved in. This is the magic, you could say. This is the power that you can apply for yourself. When you start doing this, you will automatically learn more and more to focus on the visions that you've built inside your consciousness, and therefore you're no longer looking and using the evidence of the senses to measure everything that you could or could not achieve in your life. Instead, you start to intuitively feel, go for this dream. You can do it, you can sense, you can go for it, you can see it, you can feel it within your consciousness. So you could go for it even though the senses are trying to tell you cannot do it, or other people. They tell you something, comes in through your senses again. Usually it's a negative advice. Reject it. Keep going for your dream. Keep feeling and magnifying that dream within yourself through the act of meditation, and no longer let the senses control your state of mind. I think that was the most important part that I should share with you through this video. So I hope it serves you in a way, and it gives you some idea of what to, experiment with if you've been having difficulty ignoring the senses in your own life. Because the more you train yourself to meditate, the better life is gonna be. It's just the way it is. Why? Because you train yourself to keep a calm and balanced mind. Really think about it. Without a calm and balanced mind, everything is chaotic and frustrating and all out of whack. But when it's calm and balanced, while focused on the dream that you wish to manifest, then it can easily and freely move with and through you. God and the universe can do the work, can make the magic happen, can manifest your goals. Now, good luck. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.